Through Tideswell. Tideswell is a mile or so in the distance behind me, and parked in Millersdale car park, and we are heading on a 5-mile circular route, and down the side of a little river here. We've got a perfect day, perfectly blue sky, and it's dry, thankfully. A nice little brook at the side of us that we're following down. We're heading towards Lytton, and we'll make a decision here whether we go left or right. It said to cross the brook, according to the guidebook, on a few occasions, so maybe this is the first one. Up to now this morning, the only issue that we've got is the blinding sun. We've got cool temperatures, about 5 degrees, 4 degrees, something like that, but it's just pleasant for walking. But the sun is low, and at times it's blinding you. As long as the sun's out, we can cope with that. This is the path, continues down. This, I guess this is part of Millersdale, and a very pleasant walk, one I've not done before. But from the car park where we parked, there are so many different walks that can be done in varying lengths, from 5 miles up to 10. So it's one to note, and we will come back one day and do some different walking. That, in actual fact, was Tideswell Dale that we just walked through, not Millersdale. And we're heading down. The river's opened up now from a brook to a river, which strictly no fishing, private fishing. But it's now taken a small country lane route. We head down here past these houses to I guess this could be Lytton. And we're going to look for a well-hidden footpath to the right. It amazes me what you find on these walks like this. This row of cottages here, built when maybe there's a sign on somewhere that will tell me, give me a date. But I never knew this was here at all, and I'm not convinced, not sure whether it is the village of Lytton, but maybe there's a signpost on the other side. This will be one reason why the cottages were there, because this is obviously an old mill. Many years ago there were a lot of mills around this area, and probably now turned into flats, apartments. But the hidden path, as we just discovered, is at the side of this cottage on the left. So we're obviously going to take a walk down. That's Monsell Cottage, so we can't be far from Monsell Dale. which is going to be on the other side of the river. And don't know whether we'll be walking on the old Untitled Dale rail line, but we look like now we have a steep climb up the hill. What a fabulous place that is. I bet that's the river that was diverted down there, perhaps to operate a water wheel, giving power to the old mill, possibly, because there's a lock gate, very old one, disused one, just there. Well, sure enough, we've reached the Untitled Trail after a bit of a steep zigzag climb up the hill, and this is the old Untitled rail line, the bridge going across there, and we carry on down here, apparently for 350 metres, if I get my breath pipe, and then I guess we turn off and climb again. That's the old mill, Lytton Mill, and we're still on the Untitled Trail, going through, and heading through this 470 metre long Lytton tunnel. At least the tunnel's nicely lit. Now the dog's calmed down. For must have been single track for the trains at one time, but in those days there'd be probably steam trains coming through here. What a shame they don't come through today. Be a nice nostalgic trip from Untitled Dale through to the Derbyshire countryside. And here we are coming up to the end of the 470 metres, and there's light at the end of the tunnel. Thankfully it's well lit all the way through, and giving you clear vision. Be a bit dark in there if they didn't have the strip lights in here, but who powers them and pays for them? I don't know. This trail that we're doing is actually called the Untitled Hidden View, and apparently that's the hidden view. Not much hiding it particularly, but it's called the Hidden View, and we're going to enter a second tunnel now. How long this one is? Brook tunnel. Here we go now into Crest Brook tunnel, and I think it's the first time the dog's come across bicycles that he's not too pleased about. He doesn't know what they are. How long is this tunnel? Does it say? So apparently this one is 430 metres in length, cutting through the hillside. I'm sure we're going to have to turn up sharp right at the end of here at some point. Left, is it? Alright, we'll turn sharp left. So we've now turned off the Untitled Trail and getting back on ourselves. I know that was an old mill at one time down in the bottom, and is now luxury apart. I guess that is Lytton Mill that we're looking at, or was Lytton Mill down there. I'm sure that one time they were making textiles and the likes of around there. How many years ago? I don't know. I'll have to look it up, but it's a very nice place. This is a bridge. They're actually saying at the top that it's closed for structural reasons, but I've seen worse. Oh. What a fantastic river cutting through the limestone, and the pond at the top here. Some nice little ducks on there. There's a nice little teal, a couple of teal in the on the pond just there, and a few mallards, water hens, and there's a house up to the top there, which I've seen from higher up looking down on it before. What a fabulous place that is. Not the biggest conservatory I've ever seen in my life. I guess it's a house, it could have been turned into a restaurant or even a hotel, but looking down on it a few months ago when I was up there, it's quite a spectacular behind me, and I guess again probably at some point the water was diverted to power the mill, be a water wheel or something for the mill in front of us. Crest Brook mill, it said. It's not Linton Mill. Linton Mill was further up, so this one in front of us is Crest Brook mill, or it once was. As I said earlier, this today is accommodation, and very nice too. Thankfully, as we came down there off the Monsell Trail, we headed downhill. Climbing up there would be, I think you'd need mountaineering gear to get up there. So thankfully we're in the valley, and it might be, hopefully, it's going to be a steady climb back up to Tideswell rather than a mountain climb, I hope. This is the steepest part of the climb, and boy is it steep. Not do this in one go, and certainly won't be sprinting up here. It's hopefully it's going to level out when we get to the top, but camera's probably not doing it justice, but the limestone rock face over there is had to be the steepest climb I've done in years. No pleasure in that whatsoever. It was awful. I guess that could be down the bottom, down there, Miller's Dale. I keep saying Miller's Dale, I'll get it right one day. But now we've got across 4 fields. You can probably hear the wind really strong up here today. Been 90-mile-an-hour winds over the weekend, and that's about what it feels like up here today. So we're following this path across 4 fields, heading back towards Tideswell over in the distance. Fulo up on the top there, with the normally the gliders are out, but I guess it's too windy today. This now is about 4.5 miles in, and heading back towards the car, so there's roughly a mile to go. Some of it on tarmac, some of it on paths.